Hello everyone, welcome back to Weekly Cooking with Becky. Tonight we're going to be doing an Instant Pot meal, and tonight's meal is technically low carb. It does not fall in the keto category because of one ingredient, but I'll tell you that ingredient is so small that it could be considered lazy keto. After all, it's in a keto cookbook, but it's technically one ingredient away. I will also say that it falls under the moderate protein and lower fat. So definitely more of the low carb. For those of you that are low carb, this is totally for you. That's how I live most of my days. I do some keto recipes here and again. But if you are keto, you can keep out one of the ingredients and just up another one. And then if you want to add some like heavy cream or cheese or something to stir into it to add some more of the fat content, that would work. So we are making chicken zoodle soup. Chicken zoodle soup. Now the recipe that I got was done in weird measurements, so I have already refigured them out. It's a good thing if you have a chance to go to Walmart or Amazon and get just the generic, you just put your plate on and you can weigh it. That's what I did to get you guys more accurate measurements today. So the first thing that we are going to do in the Instant Pot is we need to add the chicken. The chicken is 1.5 pounds of boneless chicken breasts, and you want them to be fairly thin. Now, I only do online ordering right now with the pandemic, so all they had were the tenders. It's fine. It's 1.5 pounds. It'll sit all over the bottom and cook the same. I tend to not like my chicken breast too thick anyways, only because the middle doesn't always get the way that I want it to be. So first things first, and it didn't say anything at all about spraying the bottom of the pan. This made me nervous. So yeah, so I've got the chicken. It takes up the whole bottom of the Instant Pot. 1.5 pounds of chicken breast, and keep it kind of thin. If you can find like chicken breast fillet, those will lay out real nicely for you. The next thing we're going to add is, it says 3.5 ounces of diced carrots, and, or sorry, 3.5 ounces, I'm lying, of chopped onion. 3.5 ounces of chopped onion. I went ahead and measured 3.5 ounces, and then I used my measuring cup. It's 3/4 of a cup of diced onions. So 3.5 ounces of chopped diced onion, 1.5 ounces of diced carrot. That's the carrot one. That is a non-keto vegetable, but it is a low-carb vegetable in moderation. 1.5 ounces of diced carrot. By the time I diced it, it was 6 baby carrots. So if you have a bag of baby carrots at home, just take out 6. You're good. All right, 2 ribs of celery, sliced and diced. So I'm going to take the onion, the carrot, and the celery. I've put it all into one bowl, and I'm going to simply add it all in to the pot. So once again, just to remind you, 3.5 ounces of chopped onion, 3/4 of a cup chopped onion, 1.5 ounces of diced carrot, 6 baby carrots, 2 ribs of celery, that's the same, chopped and diced. Put it in right on top of the chicken. Alrighty. Then it asks to add for 3 cups. 3 cups of chicken stock, chicken broth. Try to go low sodium if you can, because we try to use the pink Himalayan sea salt, and this is one where you can't. So lower sodium is always better. So 3 cups of chicken broth. I'm pouring it now. Hope you guys are doing well. In our neck of the woods, it is so cold right now, and I'm complaining, and I live in Arizona, so I really shouldn't complain, because there are other parts of the country that have so much snow. So this is just a nice soup to have when it's cold outside. But for those people who miss a chicken noodle soup, it has everything that a chicken noodle soup has except the noodles, which we're going to replace with zoodles. So 3 cups of chicken broth, low sodium if you can. Alrighty. And then just seasoning on the top, it asks for 2 teaspoons of salt. Now this is when I'm going to do the pink Himalayan. This is the Rachel Ray in me. I've gotten pretty good at using the palm technique. So Rachel Ray, if you ever watch YouTubes, I do the palm technique. All right, 1.5 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Whatever brand you like. And half a teaspoon of fresh black pepper. Can never go wrong with pepper, I don't think. Okay. I'm just gonna give it a super quick stir. Go ahead and use it. I'm gonna use it later just to make sure everything's in there. Oh, it even smells good and nothing started cooking. Love it. Make sure you seal. Make sure the vent is going away for you, and we are gonna set it on high pressure for 25 minutes. If you have an electric cooker, it should still be 25 minutes. You know yours better than Instant Pots. Some people, if they have a more or less expensive one, they need to add 2 to 3 minutes. And some people, if they have a really expensive one, need to take it down. So just kind of hopefully judge. You can always set it for 23 and add a minute or 2 if it's not done. But I'm gonna go ahead and set it for 25 for the Instant Pot. Make sure it's on high pressure. All right, that is all it is. So let me quickly go over that and then I'll tell you what I'm going, well, actually I've already kind of done it. So we have, it's turning on for me, 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. We have 3.5 ounces of chopped onion, 3/4 of a cup. We have 1.5 ounces of diced carrots, 6 baby carrots, 2 ribs of celery chopped, that's the same. 3 cups of chicken broth, prefer low sodium, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoon of poultry seasoning, and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Put everything right in here. Just dump it all in. I just gave it a quick swoosh and set it on high pressure for 25 minutes. When you are done, it is a quick release. Now, while that is cooking, I've already done this, but I'm going to show it to you. If you have a spiralizer at home for your zucchini, great. If not, it asks for 10.5 ounces of zucchini. I was a little bit more worried on that one. So right now, zucchini are not in season where I live. When they're usually in season, they're usually double the size. I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of skinny. So if you've got really good zucchini, it might just be 1 zucchini. But what I will tell you is 10.5 ounces were 2 skinny zucchinis and 1/2 of another one. 2.5 small zucchinis. If you're in season, it's probably just 1 of the big ones, okay? And what you do is use a spiralizer. If you have a spiralizer at home, and it makes, I'll just kind of hold it up, it makes noodles. And what you do is you put a layer of paper towel on the bottom, and then you put paper towels on the top while it's cooking to drain out any excess moisture. And we want it to be doing that while this is cooking. What's gonna happen is I'll come back in a little bit, and when this goes off, I'm gonna take out the chicken. And when I take out the chicken, I'm gonna immediately put the zoodles in and close it. I want them to start getting hot pretty fast. And then I'm going to shred the chicken and then put the meal together. It's as easy as that. Let me tell you a little bit about the nutrition behind it. Calories is only 147 for an entire bowl. So have 2 bowls, guys. It's a low-cal meal. Fat's only 2.3. That's why I said this is a low carb. This one was in the keto cookbook, but it's low carb. 2.3 grams. Carbs, 5.2. fiber 1.3. Your protein, however, is 26.5, so good on the protein. But your net carb count is only 3.9. So by the time you get rid of the sugar, alcohols, and stuff that's in there, your net carb is only 3.9 per bowl, and it makes 6 bowls. So I'm not worried if I have 2 bowls tonight. The other thing I would suggest, I did not plan this ahead of time, is making some keto biscuits or some chaffles. And I might do chaffles while we're waiting for dinner. Make 3 chaffles. A chaffle is 1 egg and half a cup of mozzarella, and it makes 3 chaffles, and it'll act as a biscuit. So I might do that while this is cooking. And that's if you have one of those mini dash cookers. So I would highly recommend some sort of keto roll or keto chaffle because the calorie count in the soup's not much. So very, very, very healthy soup. Because the measurements are weird, instead of sending a link in the description, please make sure you click on the description when I'm done. I will have everything written out, and I will have it converted from grams to cups and things like 6 baby carrots. I'm going to write it in my own language, but I'm going to hope it's something that we can all enjoy. So right now my zoodles are out and drying up, and I might just make myself a couple chaffles. They make 3, and there's 3 in our family, and we can have a chaffle with our soup. So I will catch you on the other side of the cooking, and we will put it all together. All right, everything is done. It was perfect at the amount of time it said, at the 25-minute with the release. I took the chicken out, I put the zoodles in, stirred them up, and then shred the chicken. Everything is back in here and ready to serve. So, a little twist on your chicken noodle soup. And I hope that you guys will love it. You can see the zoodles coming out. Just a bowl of zoodles. So good. Let me get some of that in there. I don't have the right kind of spoon for this. And let's get some of that chicken. And I'm just going to kind of show it to you like this. And let me take it off this holder real quick. It looks amazing. And there it is. Super, super healthy chicken zoodle soup. Hope you guys will try it. It tastes wonderful. Have them with some keto or low carb biscuits or chaffles. Enjoy.